not being conformed to the world, but be transformed by renewing the mind by testing, that you may discern what is the will of God, what is good, what is acceptable, what is perfect. So, I think last week we left off, let's see, I think we talked about being transformed, being transfigured. Well, we might didn't get to that. I think I just did the introduction last week, right? Alright. So, one thing, the main thing I want to talk about today, I want to talk about, when we talk about transformation, I want to talk about being transfigured on the inside. Transfigured on the inside. And so, when you think about transform, well, transfigured is the Greek word for transform. Alright? So it's transfigured is the Greek word for transform. So Paul says, be transformed by renewing your mind. Basically, he's saying you got to be transfigured. And it's the English word related to metamorphosis. So if you took 7th grade science, you know about metamorphosis, you know about the process by which a caterpillar becomes a butterfly, and a tadpole, that tadpole becomes a frog, all that kind of stuff. It's a gradual change. And so that's how our walk with God should be. I mean, I ain't saying we turn into no butterfly or, the caterpillar, but the process of our renewal should be as such is that, it don't happen overnight. And I think too many people try to change themselves and they end up falling back into what they once were doing. I think a whole lot of times, people get saved, they come to church and they won't change everything, and then the time they go out one time since they've been saved, they just, act like they done sinned and fall short of the glory, and they can't, and when they say they're gonna quit drinking, and then they go back and drink one more time, then they think, whatever. So that's when we talk about transformation, we talk about being transfigured. So we gotta be transfigured on the inside. Now, how do you change what's in you? You gotta be honest with yourself, yeah. What else? And Kim, you're right. We're talking about this. Yeah, you're right.
I think it's more so of that versus change. You gotta make a conscious effort.
Conscious effort. So, when you talk about being transfigured or being transformed, I think the best example that we have is relationship. I don't care what nobody say. I got 3 degrees, some of y'all got 2 degrees, don't matter. I'm in school, some people struggle in school. I struggled in high school when I became pretty good. College school, I think sometimes situational stuff, like the core stuff, I don't have a problem with it. But it was just a lot of stuff that I had to take that I hated, like math. But when I got to college and I took my prereqs and I got in that 3rd year and I got a chance to get my major, which was something I liked, it was almost like it was the blood that fit me. And so I learned quickly that the reason that college was more easy to me than high school is because I'm a photographic learner. That if I read it one time, I ain't ever got to read it again. And I don't read like the average person, like, some of y'all read the whole, like, I got a gift that I can kind of pick out high points. It's almost like I read like you see a movie. You know how movies summarize, you know how they advertise clips of movies to make you go see? Well, that's kind of how I got a gift. I don't know But anyway, so I'd rather go back to school and become a medical doctor than to try to relearn a person again. Because the hardest thing in life is to take two individuals that have been raised different, that are grown, that come to the table with their own stuff, how they've been raised, how you've been raised, and when I counsel couples, they always laugh, and I'm like, okay. I was thinking about Kim and Quentin, and I was looking yesterday, for those of you that don't know, Sister Parker had their first boy. We're so happy. We so happy. I talked to Quentin earlier today. Him, and Jeremiah, we like, yeah, man, this gonna be our dude, and he gonna be in the fraternity of never girls, and so we talking about that. But I can remember. I was thinking about this when I was getting this together. I can remember when I counseled Kim and Quentin, and everybody in love, all that. I said, okay, let's get past all that. Okay, I know y'all know. I said, let's talk about some practical things. And I began to put some practical things on the table. Things that people in love don't think about. I said, okay, I know your mama, Quentin, I know your mama, Kim. I said, when we talk about children, how are we going to discipline children? Because see, in somebody's house, they might beat the brakes off. But in another home, they might put you in time out. So a relationship is as such that how can we make these two separate lives be one? And if you tell the truth, you ain't got to raise your hand at your spouse and you're scared they're watching or they're going to watch it later. But the hardest thing is to make two different lives become one. Y'all been crazy. That's a hard thing because you've been doing your assumptions, how you were raised, you've been doing, so this is the right way. Right. This is the way that we do stuff, this is the way that I grew up. Right. And then you bring another individual in and they say, well, this is the way I grew up. Then you be like, nah, that ain't right, that ain't how you make up no bed, that ain't how you wash no dishes. I mean, that just ain't how you do that. That's hard work. Because you're taking a person that has grown up all these years like this, you have grown up all these years like this, and you got to make these separate entities become one. And that's what transformation and changing from the inside out looks like. Because we all bring our own stuff to the table. We all bring our own ideas about things. And so it's hard to reprogram somebody that's been doing or had this thought pattern all these years. That's hard work. And so that's basically what a relationship is. A relationship should go from a tadpole to a frog, or a caterpillar to a butterfly, eventually. But the sad commentary is reading that some people don't make it as far as they should is because you try to change folk and you're not even willing to change yourself. Huh? Yeah. Jezebel, and I'm glad you brought it up. A Jezebel spirit is not only a whore spirit, it's a controlling spirit. Alright? So, when you talk about transfer, so let's talk about it. I mean, you gotta be transfigured on the inside. Some people say, I think who said over here, you gotta want it, you gotta, I think some parts said that you gotta want to do it. And on other persuasions, that some people just are comfortable in their way of thinking. They don't want to change. I mean, they're gonna stay, within these ramifications, and anything outside of this box they don't want to deal with. Well, that's a poor person, because you shouldn't be the same person you were when you were 18.
That's right. That's right.
And the problem is, if you still got the same mindset that you had when you were 18, another thing that I ask couples to do, I ask them to tell, I say, if you could talk to your 16 or 17-year-old self, and now that you're however old you are, what would you tell yourself? And that's the beauty of a relationship, because you should look back over the relationship and say, we were crazy, like, right here. But now we gotta look, we ain't no butterfly yet, but we in between, we in the cocoon. I mean, we ain't no butterfly. I don't think we ain't no butterfly, but we ought to be in the cocoon, and in the cocoon is where things change. But the whole thing is, people are not, and I'm gonna tell you something about transformation. And this is why people are scared of the truth. Lies comfort you. Right? Lies comfort you. But truth and lies can kill you. Truth may hurt you, but it'll allow you to live. When you talk about transformation. And so, we are living at a time, though, that people will rather you tell them a lie than tell them the truth. And if you tell them the truth these days, you hate on them. You don't want them to live your best life. I got a very good friend that put a whole lot of stuff on social media all the time. And ain't nothing wrong with, being on Section 8. But now you can't keep on talking about you struggling and your rent ain't for $5. I mean, you can't. And hell, we all will be turning up and be at all concerts if our rent wasn't but $5. And I be like, well, see, that's what I mean. You ain't living your best life because you paying $5 rent. You living your best life when you paying a mortgage. When you own something. Nothing wrong with that, because I grew up on the system. We use the system until we can do better. There's nothing wrong with that. But I think we live in a time where, okay, the reason that people won't change is because we keep lying to folks. And you gotta start telling folk the truth. Some folk in our life, we need to tell them, sit down somewhere. Please.
That's right.
Listen, I tell folk all the time. I mean, when I go somewhere, folks are glad to see me because I don't really go nowhere. I mean, really. Some of y'all, they be like, there she go again. There he go again. I mean, so let's talk about that when we talk about transformation. So how do you see? And it's funny. I was thinking about the conversation with Kim and Quinn, because the reason that rings a bell to me, because that was like the first couple I married when I came back. So I can remember we talked about kids, and I said, Kim, how many kids you want? And Kim said a number. And I asked Quinn how many kids, and they numbers didn't match. But she got her number. And I asked this question, I said, well, I said, well, how soon y'all want to have kids? Kim said, immediately. Right? And so I said all that to say this, that sometimes when you're in a relationship with people, friendship or whatever, you need to reevaluate where y'all are. And you have to ask questions. Where do you see us in the future? Or do we even have a future? Or as I said, people don't know how to date. The problem is people know that the only thing most people know how to do is be in a relationship. Folk don't know how to date. Y'all ready? We're still talking about transformation from the inside out. Y'all ready? So, I'm trying to say this PG-13. Let's see here. You have to really ask the question, how do you see relationships? Because how you see relationships and how I see relationships can be totally different. All right? We raising kids. I mean, we ain't got small kids, but we got young kids. And so, a lot of things that me and Carol we're going to experience a lot of things later on, because right now, our focus as parents, and should be any parent, your focus should be on you. Your focus should be on your children, but my focus is on our focus on the children. I got an inspiration thing so they can get out. All right? And the reason being is because I'm making sacrifices for them. I'm providing for them. I'm paying stuff, I'm paying extra stuff for them. That when we get them raised and we get them in society as productive citizens, then it'll be me and Carol time to turn up. I'm going somewhere. And I think sometimes, because we have not transformed our mind from our 18-year-old selves, and now we're 35. And I tell this story and people think it's a lie, but it's the truth. I remember when the Citizen Club was open, me and my nephew are 5 years apart from each other. And I went to a party at the Citizen Club and I bumped into him. And even at that age, I was probably about, you didn't have no business in there. I think I was like 21 or 22. And he was a teenager and he ended up, and even I knew at 22 that it didn't look right for an uncle to be partying with a nephew. I'm going somewhere. But these days, the mamas and the daughters be arguing about, oh, I ain't keeping nobody. I'm going out. We going out. I mean, so when you think about transformation, you gotta understand that everybody that we deal with, sometimes we're dealing with 40-some-year-old people that's still 18 in their thought process.
That's right.
So how do you deal with it? Do you dumb down who you are to appease the person that you date? Oh, there's a word, date. Date. When I say date, do this, date. Unless we exclusive, then you need to be inclusive.
Preach, Pastor.
That's how you date. All right. We so crazy. All right. Y'all got any comment? Y'all ain't got nothing to say?
You said something about, folks don't know how to date, or people, they don't know how to not be in a relationship. But you got people in a relationship that don't know how to be in a relationship, even though they do.
Well, I'm trying to.
But yeah, you see a lot of couples, they in a relationship, but they don't know how to be in a relationship. They still operating as single people in a relationship. They just got the title, but they don't have the.
I agree with that.
That's a lot of it.
There's a lot of go. Like, okay, case in point. All right. My fraternity, we're having our national thingamajig in Las Vegas. Right? I want to go there. I mean, I really want to go. But I'm in a relationship. And if I go to Vegas, I'm going to have to take off. I mean, that's it. You think, because she ain't never been in Las Vegas. Now, I've been in my former life. Yeah. I've been to, Las Vegas. I've been to Reno, Nevada. Yeah. But, I mean, when you're in a relationship, you have to look at this. First of all, timing is everything. All right. Now, Robert, even though I want to go to Las Vegas, this ain't the time for me to go because, A, I have obligations. I got to get this boy out of school. I got to pay single fee. So, yes, okay, it will cost me $1,000, probably $1,200 by myself to go for the length of time that I'm scheduled to be there. But because I'm in a relationship, you got to always, if you're in a relationship now, and you've been transformed from the inside out, you should want the person that you're in a relationship, back to what Tanika said, to be with you. But back to what she said, there's a whole lot of folk that don't function like that. They'll just come home and say, well, I'm going here. I'm going. Please, ma'am. Please don't be guilty. You sound like you just. I understand you're right. And so back to my reflection. So if I grew up in the house and we don't, and I did grow up in the house like this, like we don't talk in the morning. I mean, like we don't. Talk serious, like we don't do all the like jump. It's so crazy. Sometimes they be getting ready and I be at home, get left here at night. Like John Michael he should have been named Junior. I mean, because John Michael will growl at you. He ain't saying nothing to you in the morning. Like he just looking like I don't want to get up. Now, even though I'm a morning person, like Kara is a person, like good morning, doing all that talking. We ain't doing all that. We ain't doing all that. I mean, we just don't. I mean, they're just, now some of y'all, y'all shift at 4 in the morning. But some folks just, and so, okay, you grew up in a house that, this how people communicate. They read the paper. And that's just what they do. I mean, they might talk to one another and they might not. Now, when you're in a relationship with somebody and you are trying to transform yourself from the inside out, what you got from the inside out, then you got to find out how to communicate with the person that you're with. Everybody don't know how to talk. These days, some folks text. That's the equivalent of, my mom used to write us letters and just tell us all. Like my mama penmanship was like I was like, this lady stay up all night. You might wake up to a two-page letter from my mama on your bed. That ain't no love now. Like I don't know what she getting from. Like she going in. Like you read this. And the first 2 lines, you'd have to take off your glasses. But that's how she communicated when she got time to talk, right? And so you have to learn, and I tell people this, that we teach people how to treat us. You agree with that? Okay. So if we teach people how to treat us, then it's gonna sting a little bit. If we teach people how to treat us, then why we don't have better for our lives? If we teach people how to treat us. and a hush when I went there. What you gonna say, Lance? You like to want to say something?
I think that some people come to places and don't know how to, I guess, tell people the truth about how you sincerely feel about what they're saying and what it is.
I agree. So, I can actually say that after 18 years of marriage, I know I'm better than I was when we started. Everybody can't say that. Some people the same selfish, egotistical. And it's a sad person that has not transformed or transfigured since you've been in whatever your situation. Well, you know, now people don't have relations, they have situations. People have situations. And so back to what I said last week, we're dealing with a generation of people that say, oh, a piece of paper should not tell me, or a piece of paper should not solidify our relationship. We can be in a relationship and not have a piece of paper. And people say that all the time. But there's a whole lot of stuff when you get that piece of paper that comes with. See, I think people don't understand that your relationship should evolve over time. If you're a caterpillar and you don't ever get into the cocoon, then you ain't gonna ever be no butterfly. You got to get to that stage, and so there are stages, and that's why I want to talk about tonight when you transform from the inside out. And so, how does that look? What does that look like? Like, I mean, I know some of y'all got some childhood friends that you've been childhood friends with since high school. I got a few. But the reason that I don't really have the whole bunch of friends that I had from high school, because I ain't that person. And my transformation has allowed me to leave them at point A, and I am now at point E. And so you still want to turn up, you still want to go to the club, you still want to have women, 2 or 3 women. I can't deal with that. Sir, I got a whole family. You way over here. You still think we can't do I'm right here. You still trying to get the dime bag. And I'm trying to get the coin bag. You see how far apart we are? And so what you have to do, you have to sit down and you have to reevaluate the thing in your mind, like, okay, where we going, what are we doing? And here's the thing, like I said, now Steve Harvey wrote that little book, it helps zero women. I that helps zero women. I mean, it helped nobody. I mean, so he sold a lot of books, made a lot of money. But in actuality is, how have you transformed from who you were to who you are now? Are you different? Before you answer that now, are you different in a positive way? We got 10 minutes. I'm going to end with that. So how are you different? I want to hear it. And y'all want to turn the camera off so the folks won't go back and play.